So what if you could scale your business to $1 million, but without hiring a single new person? I know, it sounds pretty much impossible, right? But it's not. We're about to walk through a 4-part AI automation framework that makes this a reality. And look, this isn't just some theory, it's a proven system that's literally changing the game for entrepreneurs.
And this quote, man, it just gets right to the heart of it. That old playbook for scaling a business, the one that said you need more people to make more money, it's totally obsolete. If you're still playing by those rules, you're not just falling behind, you're basically leaving money and time just sitting on the table.
What we're talking about here is a huge fundamental shift in mindset. For decades, growth always meant a bigger team, more overhead, more complexity. But the new path to that $1 million mark, it's all about building smarter, not bigger. It's about creating these automated systems that work for you 24/7. So let's start with the first and maybe the most critical system, your outreach.
All right, this first automation, it solves the biggest problem every single business has, getting enough quality leads. But here's the thing, most people get this completely wrong. They try to just shout louder with ads and generic messages when the real key is to whisper smarter, directly to the right people.
At the end of the day, business is still human to human. It always will be. The real magic of modern AI is that it lets you scale that personal touch. I mean, think about it. One client we know implemented this exact system and added over $1 million in annual revenue, and they did it with a single person managing the whole process. That's the power of making every prospect feel like they're actually heard and understood.
So how do you actually build it? Well, it all starts with warming up leads, engaging with people who've already shown some interest. Then you open the conversation like a real person would, not some pushy robot. From there, an AI co-pilot, think of it like a super smart assistant suggesting responses to your team in real time, helps guide the conversation. And finally, the best part, you automate the follow-ups.
And this timeline really shows the power of automated persistence. Did you know that 80% of sales require at least 5 follow-ups? It's true, yet most salespeople give up after just 1 or 2 tries. A human might forget to reach out on day 14. But you know what? A well-designed AI system never does. It makes sure every single lead is nurtured through that full 5 touchpoint sequence.
Okay, so your outreach is humming along and leads are flowing in. That's great, but this creates a whole new problem, which brings us to our second system. How do you figure out who's actually ready to buy versus who's just, kicking the tires? This right here is such a critical idea. A chat does not equal a lead. So many businesses get stuck right here. Their sales team spends hours and hours on calls with people who aren't a good fit, while real, qualified buyers are just left waiting in the wings. And here's exactly what happens when you solve that bottleneck. We had this one client whose calendar was booked solid for 6 weeks straight. Now that sounds great, but honestly, it was a huge waste of time. By putting an AI in place to ask one simple qualifying question about budget, they were able to cut way down on the number of calls.
But look what happened to their closing rate. It shot up to a staggering 50%, as you can see. They had fewer conversations, sure, but they were the right conversations with the right people. This is just a perfect example of quality over quantity in sales.
All right, you've qualified the lead, you closed the deal. Congratulations. But guess what? The work isn't over. Not even close. Our third automation is all about keeping that customer for the long haul, because clients don't just want access to your stuff, they want progress, and they want it now. This slide should be a wake-up call for everybody. It shows just how devastating a slow onboarding process can be. This client was losing 80% of their new customers. Why? Simply because they didn't get some kind of tangible win in the first week. 80%! That's not a leak. That is a gaping hole in your revenue bucket.
The solution was actually beautifully simple. They built an automated system that the second someone signed up, it immediately asked the customer, "Hey, what's the fastest, smallest win we can create for you?" Then the AI helped deliver it. The result? Churn was cut in half and the referrals doubled, all from delivering one small win really fast.
So how do you build this kind of delivery system? It starts with automated triggers that kick in the moment a customer pays, so there's absolutely no delay. Next, you deliver that instant win we talked about to build momentum. Then an AI keeps an eye on engagement, and it automatically nudges anyone who might be falling behind. And finally, you use smart triggers to figure out the perfect moment to offer an upsell, which maximizes the lifetime value of every single customer.
All right, for our final automation, let's talk about the engine of the business, the money.
So much pain in business comes from just not knowing your numbers, from just kind of watching the cash in your bank account go up and down without any real insight into what's actually going on.
This philosophy is a complete game changer. Think about it. Most founders wait for monthly, or even worse, yearly reports from their accountant to make big decisions. But by then, it's often way too late. With AI, you can have real-time visibility, which lets you be proactive instead of just being reactive all the time.
And this is what that visibility actually looks like in practice. Just imagine an automated daily email that shows you exactly what cash came in, what went out, and what expenses are coming up. It's like having a CFO on your team, giving you the critical data you need to make smart decisions every single day.
So to build this, you'll want to connect all your financial accounts into one place. You'll automate all those tedious tasks like paying bills, and you'll use AI to find patterns and opportunities in your numbers that you probably would have missed. The end goal is a simple, real-time dashboard that shows you the vital signs of your business with just a glance.
So there you have it, 4 incredibly powerful automations for outreach, qualification, delivery, and finance. You've already done the hard part of building your business to where it is today. The real question now is, which one of these systems are you going to implement first to get yourself to that next level?
Because implementing even one of these systems isn't just a nice to have. It's the difference between being a slave to your business and actually being its master. So make the decision. Your future self is going to thank you for it. The only question left is, are you ready to build a business that runs itself?